Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back.
Hi.
I'm here with Kyle. My
Hi.
name's Narwhal, and guys, we're making this episode literally a couple days after our other episode because apparently the governor of Washington announced that he has a big announcement tonight.
I would assume that means we're about to get locked down. So by the time this comes out, I would assume that we will be stuck in our homes.
And we've made a commitment to you guys and to ourselves that we are going. So last year we missed one episode, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's not
just
perfect.
because of pneumonia.
Yeah. No, strep throat.
Oh,
strep throat.
Same thing.
But we were like, we're going to upload every single Monday and Thursday of the whole year. So Kyle's like, I think I got to come over. We got to record. So that's what we're here to do, guys. But if you guys do not check out our YouTube video version of the show, you really should, because I have a new thing that is going to be a part of our show now from now on. Okay?
Wait, what?
So Kyle doesn't know what this is, but my mom found these things, and they're called the Blob Pens. Okay?
Yeah, it looks like a pen with like a microphone.
Yeah, so it's a pen, and then on the end of it, it has a thing that says blah, and it has like a microphone. So if you see there's a button on the back by your thumb.
B, yeah.
So I don't know. I thought they were kind of fun. There's different variations. So if someone says something really, really dumb that you think, I think the way we could maybe negotiate how we should use these, but I thought it'd be funny if once a month you have the right to use the Blob Pen, and whatever that person is saying, like if we're arguing about something and you're saying something really dumb, I can blah you.
Interesting. And what does getting blawed mean?
Blah means you just have to like resign you have to be like, all right, fine, you're right. Or
I don't like that because I don't like admitting that I'm wrong.
I know you don't.
Especially when I'm not wrong.
Well, we got to find a way to use these
How
Blob
about
Pens.
it could be like a change of topic, like this isn't going to work. Or I just disagree with you.
All right.
Why do you have these?
I don't know.
Why are they pens?
They're kind of fun, and we need pens for when we do brackets. So now we have a Blob Pen.
True.
So, but you can't use it all the time. Okay,
Yeah,
these
you
are
can't
gonna
overuse the blah.
Yeah, you got to keep it holy
That's
and
fair.
sacred. So we're gonna leave those over there.
Why do I feel like all the lights are pointed at me?
I
I was looking at the last episode and like you have no lights on you.
I do. It's just you're way paler.
No, that's not it.
Do you want me to go move the lights? I guarantee it won't make a difference. I'll do it.
Yeah, look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
I
do you
feel
want?
like the sun is on me. This guy is in my face.
This one.
Yeah. Somehow a cup brighter.
You want me to turn this one too?
Yeah, turn that way.
You want that one too?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, this feels way better. Like, I'll be honest. I feel less like the lights are on. I'm going to sweat less.
Let's see how this.
Maybe you can see my beard better.
So anyways, guys, hopefully you are all having a fun quarantine. My life hasn't really changed at all. I had this realization in the shower today. Just totally random.
Well,
but hear
good for
me
you
out.
for showering. Some people probably aren't showering.
Yeah. My first shower in 7 days. So basically I was thinking it's kind of crazy to me how like stand-up comedians, for example, when they sell at arenas, I'm sure there's a few people who maybe don't laugh, who like don't want to be there and they like don't find them funny, or they get offended or some shit and they don't laugh. But generally speaking, almost everybody in that whole audience is going to laugh, and like they find this person to be entertaining and they like them. They find them to be a likable person. But I was thinking, like, I guarantee that they like them as an entertainer, but I bet that if this comedian was to personally talk to each one of these fans,
They wouldn't be able to make them laugh.
No, I think that the comedian would like hate some of them as people. Like, I think that although you like someone as an entertainer, if you were to connect with them on a personal basis, maybe you like would hate each other.
Yeah. Did you see all the things about Ellen?
No.
Dude, people were tweeting about like how awful Ellen is. Like Ellen's like America's sweetheart. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Ellen's the best." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I like Ellen. I don't know if I like her anymore, but somebody was tweeting about like, "Oh, what's your worst Ellen story?" Because apparently it's well known that she's just like super hard to work with, and she's just kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And it was all these people saying like, if you work for her, like you just aren't allowed to speak to her. And so people like
they're counterproductive.
And look, these are stories that people are writing on Twitter. I don't know how accurate they are, but one of them was said like there was an like autistic janitor, and he just kind of his thing was to greet everybody, and he greeted her and like got fired.
What?
So you can't say like that's a thing
Yeah,
for sure, but the fact that many people are, I don't know,
saying it about her.
Yeah. So apparently Ellen sucks.
Well, yeah. I mean, they say there's like a saying about like, I don't know how you say it, but it's something about like you don't want to meet your idols because they're never gonna like live up to this vision you have in your head.
I'm sure some people do though.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's some people that are really nice, but I was just like, I don't know. For some reason, I was in the shower and I couldn't get over the fact that like, I don't know. Let's say I went to go see like Sebastian Maniscalco, who I think is pretty funny, and I go see him, and I laugh a lot. I think it's funny. It's great, whatever. But like, maybe when you go talk to him, like he says certain things like outside the show. If you just like met him and talked to him, and you're like, I don't like this guy at all. I don't know. And I guess I was thinking that probably transcends just stand-up comedy. And I was thinking like, I have certain podcasts in particular that I listen to like every episode, and I love them. But then I was thinking like, because you grow to know these, or you feel like you know them,
right?
And you feel like you're almost like friends with them in a way. But I always wonder, like, if I meet these people, what if I just hate them, or what if they like hate you?
If you met a famous person, they just fucking hate you.
Yeah, like what if they're really trying to like you?
Oh, but they just don't like you.
Yeah, they just don't like you.
I mean, not everyone's gonna like you.
I know, and it's just I don't know. It's weird to me though, because in real life, like before the internet, if you met someone, you either like them or you don't like them. But the internet has this weird dynamic where you can like someone on the internet but not like them in real life.
It's true.
Like there's been times where I've actually, like there was this one guy who he used to make like these vlogs, and he was like a videographer. So like they were these cool videos, and I thought they were awesome. And then so I was like a huge fan of his. And then one day I tweeted something at him that was pretty bad, and he blocked me. Well, so I don't know if you remember, but a few years ago, there was like this thing called the adpocalypse on YouTube that happened.
Just had a bunch of ads.
Well, no, it was like all the YouTubers. PewDiePie basically had this scandal where he made some joke about like, I don't even know, some joke about Nazis or something.
Yeah.
And because of this thing that blew up, all the advertisers basically stripped a bunch of their ads off of YouTube. And so as a result, the entire YouTube community made way less money, like each YouTuber. Mm-hmm. And so this one guy that I always watched, it became very apparent to me based on what he was tweeting that like he wasn't making enough money. And so he started like betting his fans on Twitter on sports games for money. Like it was,
that was like before sports gambling was legal here, right? Wait, he was betting them?
Yeah, like he would tweet like, yo, so it was during the NBA finals.
Okay. And
he was tweeting like, yo, I got 500 on the Warriors. Like if someone wants to bet against me, DM me.
Okay. And
apparently he like, from what I gathered through these tweets, he was betting like multiple people, like trying to make money, because from what the way I interpreted it was like
weird.
He wasn't making enough from YouTube and he was maybe stressing out because he has like a fancy car or house. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, so I tweeted, I literally didn't even at him. So I don't know how he saw it.
He probably searched himself. That's a weird kind of like.
You have to have like an ego problem or like some sociopathic tendencies if you're going to search your own name on Twitter.
I'll be honest, if I was famous, I would probably try it, but then I would read through it and be like, fuck that, not doing that again.
Yeah, it would make me depressed.
Yeah, people just shitting on you.
So, listen, if I really wanted to talk shit to him, I would have added him, but it was just an observation. I said,
well, that's almost kind of a pussy move on your part, though. You're talking shit, but you didn't like say it to him.
That's true.
You're saying it behind his back.
That's true. I was saying it behind his back, but I didn't expect him to see it anyways. But fair. Anyways, I said something along the lines of, "Oh, so and so must be going broke from this adpocalypse," and he responds to me, and he said, like, quick, within an hour, and he says, "I make more money than you and your family combined ever will." And he goes, "Fuck off," and then he blocked me.
Damn. Okay.
So
maybe he does. Maybe that's true.
I actually, oh no. And then I responded to him, and I was like, something along the lines of like, "That's not true." Or I said, because like that at the time, you can kind of guesstimate based on how many subscribers, how much money someone makes. Yeah. I know, like, he doesn't make more than my parents. Like, it's just not. It's not. He didn't. I'm not even trying to like act like my parents are like
rich kid, whatever.
Yeah, they're not even like super rich, but I'm just saying he had like maybe like 100,000 subscribers. You're not making like a lifelong. My dad's been working his entire career.
I think it was more of a. I don't think he was like talking numbers. I think he was saying like, I am more successful than you.
No,
Shut up, little kid.
I understood what he was going for,
Okay.
but I was kind of like being like, technically, you don't.
I mean, yeah. I would be pissed though if like I was whatever famous or something and people are tweeting about how much money I make. I would be like, dude, that's none of your business.
Yeah, I just thought it was really weird that you would be betting fans you don't know.
That is a little weird.
Sports gambling.
Like, why not just gamble normal?
Yeah, it was just really weird. And I felt like
picking on like nerds that don't know sports and just like betting against
that are
them.
fans of him.
Yeah.
Well, and I just feel like he could so easily scam people like that. Because like, if some kid is like 15 and his favorite YouTuber tweets that he wants to bet money, and you like DM him, what if he's like, okay, yeah, send me the money, send me half first, so I know that you're gonna be even, and then he just could block people.
Or he just doesn't pay people when he loses and just accepts money when he wins.
Yeah, and like I got vibes that maybe something like that was going on.
Do you want to shout out his name?
No, I don't want to shout his name.
No, you're already blocked.
I've been blocked for years now, which is also another thing. I've blocked one person in my entire life.
I've blocked some porn accounts that try to follow me. I blocked
That's
them.
fair. But like, I block one person for like, I feel like a pretty valid reason, but I really don't get the people that go out of their way to like get so hurt from what people say where you're going to block. Like there's people that have
Some
like
people get offended.
300 blocked accounts. I'm like, dude.
I probably have like 30, but it's like all porn.
Yeah. But sorry, going back to what I was originally saying, my point with all of that was that he blocked me. And for a while I was like, man, fuck this guy. Like, I don't want to support this. He's a fucking douchebag. And then after a while, like, regardless of what I thought of him on Twitter, I would still see his videos on YouTube. And I'd watch some of them and I was like, that was really well made. And I was like, that was pretty dope.
Did he unblock you?
No,
Sure?
I'm still blocked. Yeah.
Damn.
But like, my point being is that the internet's weird because in real life, if someone like talks shit to me, I would disassociate with them and like never talk to them again.
Or I would just want to have a funny comeback.
Yeah, that too. But like on the internet, I hated this guy for a while, but it came to a point where I was like, I'm never going to see him in person. And the fact of the matter is, these videos are cool.
Plus, if he even remembers who you are, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like if you were ever to see your name again and be like, oh, that's the guy that tweeted at me one time.
Well, it's not weird. That I would expect him to remember me. It's more of like I felt this moral obligation to like not support him since he was an asshole. Mm-hmm. But eventually it just went away. And I don't know. I was thinking with comedians, it's probably like a similar. I don't know. It was just weird to me thinking of a stadium of all these people that go to see this comedian, but there's got to be a huge percentage of them that like they think they like him, but they actually don't if they actually knew him.
Perfect example, Louis C.K. Every woman that went and saw him, I guarantee, like, I mean, there's a weird, like, 3% that maybe are still into him, but there's, like, 97% that are like, fuck this guy now.
Louis C.K.'s actually made, like, a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, and he seems like, I was about to say he seems like a cool guy. I don't think it seems like a cool guy because of, like, weird shit he's done, but, he's funny.
Yeah, he's definitely, like, for people that have been, quote-unquote, canceled, he's definitely done the best of, like, actually making his career come back and, like, trying to fix the wrongs that he's had in his past and like be normal.
The stuff that he did, like it was really bad, but it could have been a lot worse. That's probably why he's coming back is because he didn't physically do anything to anybody from what we know. Yeah. It was more just like weird shit, like he jerking off.
If you don't know, he basically he'd ask women to come over to his room and then he would ask them, can I jerk off in front of you?
Yeah.
And I think the issue is that, well, there's a lot of issues, but one of them is that like, although the women would say yes, but you have to understand they're not saying yes because they wanted to. It's because like he's this public figure.
Yeah, you want to like be on his good side.
Yeah, and you look bad and you could ruin your career if you're like, no, like fuck you, weirdo, or something.
And there's been people who have come out and said that's why the Me Too revolution kind of was a big thing, especially because a lot of people had said something about whatever, like a sexual, I don't know, assault or something like that with a famous person, but it just gets pushed under the rug because they're famous and it just ruins your own career if you say anything about it.
Dude, it's actually crazy how many, like before the Me Too movement started, think about how many total women had been sexually abused or assaulted, whatever terminology you want to use, in some way over all of like history
I know.
in the United States.
So bad.
Like, there was so many years where I guarantee probably even more fucked up shit happened.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's come and gone, and maybe those people have died now, so it doesn't even matter. But like, there's probably
people
so
are finally
much
doing
shit.
something about it now.
Yeah, like,
It's terrible. I'm glad I'm a dude, and I feel because it just there's times where I really am glad I'm a dude for a lot of reasons, like
childbirth,
periods,
cramps,
people, the wage gap.
Yeah, getting sexually assaulted.
That's one of them. Feeling in danger when I'm walking outside.
Yeah, and like, at least if you're a guy, like, obviously guys could still come up and like mug you and beat you up, but like, if you're a guy, you have a better shot of fighting back.
It's just less likely they'll even attack you in the first place.
Yeah. And like, biologically, you're going to have a better shot of maybe getting away. But it's like, dude, bro, being a woman would suck.
I know. I'm glad I'm not a woman. The other day, I looked up sex offenders near me.
Why?
It just
Okay.
happened. And yeah, there's one right by my bus stop.
They have a map?
Yeah, he's got.
You
can look up your address, and I want to say it's like Family Watchdog or something. You can search your address, and it'll show sex offenders in your area. So I mean, honestly, I would recommend doing it. One, it might freak you out, but two, it's good to know. It's good to know, because we were looking around Seattle, and like we went down. I was FaceTiming my sister, and we were looking at it, and there's a map of like downtown.
Hold on. You said you were FaceTiming your sister.
Right.
I heard I was face down to my sister.
Okay. Whoa.
That's what I heard.
No. No.
Bro, if you listen back and we play it back, it sounds like that.
I was FaceTiming my sister.
Yeah.
She's across the world. Currently locked down.
Yeah.
Wow, that really threw me off.
Yeah. So you're FaceTiming her about sex offenders.
Yeah, and that's not much better. Somehow sex offenders came up, and yeah, we were looking like downtown Seattle and like our old house and where we currently live, and they're around. They'll put little marks up on the map, and you can click on them. It says their name, their age, like a picture of their face. Yeah, it's like their stats, like 5'10", like 160. Dude, there was a guy that was like 5'2", like 350.
Whoa!
Like, at least I can outrun that guy.
Does it say what they've done?
I think you can, but you have to. It's like a whole process.
You gotta like request.
Yeah, you gotta go through it and then like put your name in. It takes forever.
Do you think they limit how many sex offenders can live within a certain mile radius of other sex offenders?
I don't know, dude. There was one block in Seattle that it was like covered in sex offenders. It was like the sex offender block.
Maybe the houses are cheaper over there because it's like take your pick. Like,
and I mean, there's rules. I think they can't live that close to a school. So I live right by a school, so they had to live kind of. There's a radius of where you can. Dude, that would suck. Not to say like sex offenders like shouldn't feel bad. I mean, wait, let me start that over.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like, that would suck to be a sex offender.
Yes,
for a lot of reasons.
Brought this upon
exactly.
themselves.
It's like, I don't want to say I feel bad for them, but that would suck. Because what if it's just like you're drunk and peeing? Because eventually you can get, if you do it like 3 times, you can get labeled a sex offender.
I've always heard that, but is that really? Do we have like proof of that?
I don't know, but if you like pee in a park.
Yeah, but like they should have a little maybe you're still a sex offender, but there's a little asterisk, or you're labeled in like blue.
I think it's like,
instead of red.
Yeah, it's like level 1.
It's like
but
he's still, the peeing guy.
It's
not
still though, you're registered and you're always registered, and you pop up on that map.
Yeah.
Like, imagine looking at the map and you just see like your neighbor. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What'd he do? And it's like peed next to a
Bro,
little boy.
I can't imagine anyone who goes through any sort of like thing with the law, or like just in the public eye on social media, like anyone who gets canceled or like gets arrested for something really bad, like when it's all said and when it all dies down, imagine trying to like start your life over.
Yeah,
you can't. Like,
yeah.
I actually try and think sometimes, like, if let's say I murdered someone, or if I was a sex offender, both bad hypotheticals, but I'm just saying, I try and think sometimes, if I was in that
Let's use a different example. Like, how about like a B&E?
What?
Breaking and entering. So you're not like,
but that's not as bad. Like, lots of people can restart their life after like.
Okay, all right.
I'm talking about something like really bad, where
You're
like
labeled.
the whole world labels you as something,
Yeah.
and they fucking hate you.
Yeah. No one likes a sex offender.
Yeah.
Or
like,
a murderer.
Imagine, or like, dude, like Jared from Subway.
Yeah. He's got to be a sex offender now, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm
Like
just
top tier.
how do you even try and move on with your life? Like, this sounds really dark, but I don't see how I wouldn't kill myself. And I'm not even joking. Like, if I was Jared, I don't see any other outcome other than me killing myself.
He's got a lot of money. If his
Does
wife,
he?
yeah, yeah,
Dude,
he's in like a nice jail. Remember, I looked it up.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, I know that pisses me off, dude. If a famous person gets in jail, it's like summer camp.
Yeah.
Stupid. Or they get house arrest.
Didn't he have like
mansion.
80 terabytes of child pornography?
That's insane if he did. It's a lot of, it was a lot of kid porn, child porn.
Bro, guys, I do videos, so I know like generally like how many gigabytes.
I don't know how much that means.
Dude, I want to look up how much he had. But listen, I have these hard drives that are 3 or 5 terabytes, okay? And that can store, it just got full, and it has all of our footage from episode like 85 to now. And each episode is an hour.
Wow.
And all of our assets, all
like
the
50
other
hours,
shit.
60 hours.
That's like 60 hours, but it's double because it's 2 cameras. This guy had days worth of child pornography.
How do you not, if you're his wife or his child, how do you not know that?
Dude.
They feel like they had to know, right?
No, I think these people are.
How do you not know? Like, if he has that much,
psychopaths.
He's got to be spending so much time.
Yeah, you can't even watch all that shit. All right.
Dude.
I don't know what to look up. I feel wrong even looking
How
this
much
up.
child porn did Jared have? Just search that. That's like, just go in incognito mode so it's not in your search history.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to search. I
had sex offender in my search history.
I'm gonna go to the private.
I had to clear that. I just hope like child porn doesn't pop up on your phone.
Dude, I hope that's not available online.
Agree.
Jared Fogle.
What a gross name too. Like Fogle. Like, ugh.
Oh God. Well, thankfully, the first thing that pops up is a warning from Google that says child pornography is illegal.
That's good.
Thank you.
But now you might be on the list.
Okay. Jared Fogle sentenced to 15 years in prison for sex with minors and child pornography.
Oh, he's having sex with minors?
Dude.
Oh. How is that only 15 years?
Dude, I don't know.
It should be 18 years for the amount of years that it should take before you should. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It should be at least 18, right?
Do you think that, like,
Maybe
obviously 18 is the age of consent, but do you think there should be, like...
exceptions?
No. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm
right.
saying if someone is, like, 60, should they be allowed to have sex with an 18-year-old?
I mean...
Or do you think there should be, like, a 40-year cutoff? Like, you guys got to be within 40 years of each other. You know? I don't know.
No, because there's, that ruins gold diggers.
Yeah.
Because there's some, like, 25-year-old models that are married to just, like, 85-year-olds in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. It's their choice. I assume it's a good amount.
I didn't know that he was, like, doing it with kids, too.
Yeah, that's even worse.
That's way worse. Oh,
so.
God. How do we get a new topic here?
On another note, I have made a new commitment to myself.
Oh.
And that is, I am no longer allowed to be on my phone while watching TV or watching a movie with other people.
Okay.
If I'm by myself, it's okay because it's like sometimes you just chill and you don't give a shit what's on TV. It's just on because you're bored.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good thing to do, but why are you making this decision now?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of the Joe Rogan podcast, and one of his most recent episodes, he has his buddy Duncan on, which I was just talking to Kyle about before we started recording. But in this episode, like a little while, like probably an hour into it, they were talking about how they got super high, and like some people when they get high, their conversations are really dumb. But from what I've realized is like just listening to enough podcasts with like people that are stoned, if it's someone who's like, because Joe Rogan is like high on a lot of his episodes and like has certain guests that they'll get high, but like a lot of people who make podcasts or just talk when they're high are just like morons. It's like
I would assume I would fall into that category.
Yeah, it's just like not a useful conversation at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like someone who gets high a lot and is really into it and can handle it and understands like how it can help them work or maybe be more productive or utilize it.
Super intellectual people, I feel like.
Yeah, it can like increase their conversations and they can, complete their sentences and like follow train of thoughts. Whereas like someone who maybe doesn't get high a lot is like,
you start a conversation and then you just stop.
Yeah, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're just rambling about random shit. But anyways, so his buddy Duncan, who was a guest on the show, he got in this really deep talk about how when you're in a room with someone and they're on their phone, it not only is it like annoying, but it also literally like sucks the energy out of the room. And it's like,
that's true.
You can feel it. If you're trying to show someone a show or a video and you think it's really engaging, we've talked about before how you always kind of like look over to see if they're enjoying it. But if you look over and someone's on their phone,
that's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, it's like I care so little about what you're showing me that I'm going to be on my phone.
Yeah. And even if you're just having a conversation too, if someone's like on their phone during the conversation, it can suck the energy out of the room. I agree.
And it's like, that's why I like the podcast, because we're on our phone sometimes, but it's for the show, but it's so much different than real life because people are always on their phones. And
it's therapeutic.
My sister, like, I've given her shit for it. I love her, but she's always like has multiple screens, always needs like multiple things going on at once. And like, I've talked about how we'll be watching a movie and she'll be on her phone and then she'll be like, wait, what happened? I'm like,
that's the worst.
You don't know because you were on your phone.
And I've been that guy. Yeah. I've gotten to the point where like if I am on my phone during a movie and I don't know what's going on, I'm not going to ask people because I know I shouldn't ask people what's going on.
Yeah. And so I'm that guy too sometimes, and I don't know. It's not even that I really feel like I'm missing out on the shows or like, it's more just that I want to feel more present and like connected. And I don't know. For me, podcasts are like a real like place for inspiration. And it sounds corny, but like a lot of the decisions that I make in my life, I base them off of shit that I hear in podcasts.
Interesting.
So I don't know if that's a good idea or
I hope you're listening to podcasts that are good influences on you.
I know.
Not
some
like,
of them
just
are
like mushroom podcast, like drugs and shit.
I've learned so much about drugs through Joe Rogan, like a lot.
But he's like someone that's kind of good with drugs. It's not like a party drug thing. He does it for like
self-exploration and learning about yourself.
Which I think that's cool. I'm not saying like I'm going to do that, but I respect that way more than someone who's just getting coked out on a weekend.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And it's so interesting. I, for a while, was always like so against drugs, and I really have no desire to do psychedelics, but I'm so interested in learning about psychedelics and drugs because like when I got a little taste of like hearing about what they were like, not a literal taste, but when I first heard people talk about them on 2 different podcasts I listened to, it sounded really interesting. And now I'm like super fascinated with psychedelic experiences and drugs, but I have no desire to do them. I just love hearing about it.
Okay.
But I feel like for some people, psychedelics are maybe a way for them to view the world in like a deeper or more like philosophical or like in a way that's more like connected to some higher power. Mm-hmm. That's at least what I hear. They feel like, oh, you have this realization of like some higher power or some shit. But I feel like for me, I already view the world in a very deep, like I already think about things like that.
Do you think of like tree god and like sun god? Is that what you're saying?
No, not like that.
Do you feel like we are connected to the earth and like when you are putting your bare feet into the soil, you are connecting yourself to the earth? Are you one of those people?
I don't know to that extreme,
connection.
But like I guess my point is I definitely deeply think about tough questions like that all the time.
You're a big ponderer.
Yeah, and like so I feel like for me, the reason I love these conversations is because it's shit that I always already think about, so I don't feel like I need psychedelic experiences to like tap into that.
You're already just like, maybe you would just turn normal.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't like keep myself awake at night thinking about shit if I just did psychedelics.
Yeah, you'd just be knocked because you'd be a normal person.
It's like people that have ADHD. If they drink caffeine, it chills them out, right?
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, or no, maybe It's not caffeine or
cocaine.
No, no, yeah, people that have
Adderall does they make some focus, right?
No, I know, but yes, they take Adderall because it like helps them focus. But I actually think for people with ADHD, caffeine has the opposite effect.
That feels like a myth.
I don't know. I think
That feels like something that would be on Mythbusters.
it does, and it sounds like something that would be proven wrong.
It really does, yes.
But I have no evidence on either side. So,
That's okay.
Oh, where was I going with all this?
Drugs.
Yeah, I guess my point is,
Do drugs?
I don't know. The whole concept of psychedelic experiences are really cool to me, but I don't think I'll ever do it. I don't know.
I'm kind of in the same boat there. I think it's interesting to listen to. This might be an awful comparison, but I would compare it to like UFC. I'm going to watch UFC. I'm going to enjoy it. I like to hear about it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go like in a ring.
Yeah.
Or octagon, whatever. But same with drugs. Like I think it's so interesting and fascinating just listening to people's stories. I love hearing people's stories, good or bad.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating to me because it's not something that I know much about.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Like I don't think I'm going to be like tripping balls at any time in my life, but it's just interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is. I always do kind of think about, though, that people who do them say that it truly changes the way you view your entire life and the way your worldview and everything. I don't know how they word it, but like I've heard things along the lines of like, I feel like everyone should try it. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't do it more than once, but like at least to maybe see what it's like. But I don't know. I'm curious if maybe I would get something from it that like I would view my life in a totally different way. But right now, I feel like I enjoy the way that I view my life. And I feel like I'm not lacking the ability to think deeply about things. So I feel like I don't.
Maybe you
need
think
it.
that.
Yeah, maybe I'll just see something totally different.
You might just get so deep.
Yeah. I'd love to be one of those guys
Balls deep in life.
who's like just some monk that can. I would. I've watched so many interviews with monks, dude. You have no idea, or not like interviews, but like
monk
these
podcasts,
lectures, or like teachings, like or
big monk
people.
guy.
Yeah, bro. I love monks. I'm
Okay.
a big monk guy.
I've never come in contact with a monk.
I've never personally talked to a monk guy.
Maybe they'd be an asshole. Maybe it's the kind of thing where it's like he's your idol, but you meet a monk and he's just
why
like,
would a monk have
said
any
he-
reason to be an asshole?
You don't know.
Yeah, but the monks don't want anything.
People didn't think Louis C.K. was like jerking off in front of women, but he
Louis
was.
C.K.'s not a monk.
Yeah. So
Bro,
maybe monks are like actors. Like you meet an actor, oh, he plays this character, but he's just like such a dick in real life. It's the monk character, and you meet a monk, and they're just like, bitch, get out of my face.
oh,
That would break your heart.
that would break my heart because monks are kind of my idols in a way.
Okay, anyways, continue your monk talk.
I don't know. I just think that lifestyle is so cool. Like they're some of the most deep thinkers on the planet, and they have the most mental toughness. I would argue they have more mental toughness than like anybody else
Navy SEAL.
on the planet. Yeah, well, yeah, okay, I take that back. People who are in war are tougher. But other than that, I think that the ability to like sit in silence for hours a day for your entire life, celibacy, no sex, no masturbation, they don't eat certain things. They're very controlled with like what they eat, what they think, like what they read. I just think that is
awful.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have fun doing it, but I guess I don't think it'd be like the best way to live, but I think that there's something to be admired about the will that they have to like stick to what they
I agree with that.
Because like I could never do that shit. I can't even stop eating sugar.
Are you still eating sugar?
Well, a little bit.
What are you down to right now?
I am 190 pounds, guys.
Okay, so you dropped 10 pounds in how long was
A couple
this?
weeks, probably like a month.
Okay.
So
That's actually pretty good.
that's pretty good. And yeah, I've just been eating less, feeling pretty good. I'm sorry. I feel like I've been talking way more this episode than any other episode.
Hey, you got to talk to talk.
Yeah, man.
Podcasts are about talking.
They are.
Wait, so what are you trying to get to again?
179.
179.
But like I look at myself in the mirror
And you just hate yourself. I feel that, dude.
no.
I looked at myself and just threw up this morning. God, you look awful.
Because of your facial hair?
That's part of it, yeah.
Yeah, guys, the cameras still don't do it justice. Maybe I'll have to get like a close up.
It's bad.
Just zoom in on Kyle's face for our Instagram story.
It's what's weird is like it's growing, but it's super blonde. And so a lot of it you can't see, but when you catch the chin in the wrong light, well, in the right light actually,
yeah.
it's devastating.
Wait, lean over? Yeah. It's not good.
It's not good. The mustache is kind of okay though.
The mustache could work. The issue is like
It's long,
the
but
hair
it's
is
so
like
blonde.
here
Nothing connects.
on the cheek. It's just random ones.
I just have
And
like
then the
major
under your lip.
this is what I hate the most is the little soul patch that I got. It's like probably 10 hairs that are just really long.
Yeah.
I can't wait to shave.
You look like a one of those gay pimps.
A gay pimp?
Yeah. Though, because there's like
Pimp?
the pimps that are like the really scary guys that like threaten the women. You
Then
know.
there's like gay ones.
Well, I feel like in movies I've seen gay ones that like are really friendly and they like.
I don't.
Well, I don't
think
know if
there's
they're
friendly
pimps.
gay pimps out
No, I
there.
don't think they're pimps. Maybe that's the wrong word, but like they're in some form of that industry, some business involving either drugs or like sex or something.
So you
but
think
it's
the
like
gay ones are nicer?
it's the guy who like is their manager, kind of.
Gay managers are nice.
What are pimps?
Pimps are like the prostitute's boss. So like they set everything up
Yeah,
and they
okay.
take all their money and they like are awful people
Yeah,
usually.
so maybe that, but not for prostitutes. Maybe like the gay drug pimps, or like
They're not really a pimp. They're
okay,
drug lord.
Yeah, like the drug managers.
I don't think any
You
of
ever
them are
see-
nice.
I don't know. I've seen some shows.
And
where
why
they're
are they
kinda
gay?
nice.
There's
No,
gay.
they're not all gay. I'm just saying. It reminds me of the facial hair of ones that I've seen that are gay.
Okay. So, all right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
look gay?
No, but I've seen gay drug people in movies that have similar facial hair to you. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
that's a specific.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I could fit that criteria.
Yeah. So,
So I'm like a movie star, basically.
in a way, yes.
All right. That works.
Yeah,
That
man.
works.
Um,
I'm considering keeping the mustache. I shouldn't though.
you say you're considering it. I don't think you are.
I'll probably
Are you
keep
really?
it for like a day and be like, "Hey, check out my mustache," and then I'll just get
for
rid
the
of it.
memes. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's really long. Like it's kind of like starting to creep into my mouth. But it's
Whoa.
it's super blonde though, so you can't really see it. That's the thing.
Okay. Is it long enough to where if you go
Yeah.
like that, you can like feel all the
Mhm.
hairs on your bottom lip?
Yep. I can look down and see it.
Yeah.
And it sticks out too.
Whoa! I haven't even had it that long in a while.
Oh, it's awful. It's just so blonde that you can't really see it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
I know it's weird because you're growing up. Your hair was like bleach blonde
yeah, I'd
for a while, and now your hair
It's kind of brown.
is your hair more brown or blonde?
I don't know.
I would say generally you have brown hair.
Dirty, filthy blonde.
It's like really poopy blonde.
Poopy blonde. All right. Poopy blonde. Thanks.
It's like if a blonde person got like mugged and fell into like a puddle of mud,
Yeah.
or if a blonde person ran one of those mud races
Yeah.
and like did the army crawl under those barbed wire
And then just
got
washed
up,
a little bit of the mud out of the hair.
that's what you got.
All right. That works.
But your facial hair is significantly more blonde
Yeah.
than your head, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like those people that have red facial hair.
Carpet does not match the drapes.
Is that a saying?
Yeah. Does the carpet match the drapes? You know what that means?
No.
Like pubes and hair.
Oh, really?
Does the carpet match the drapes? So if like, say if it's like a redhead, for example, or like whatever, if they have red hair, do the carpets match the drapes? So they
Oh.
have red pubes.
Can you say that in reference to facial hair, though?
No, what I just did.
Oh, making new slang, new sayings.
New sayings.
Sayings
Making new
around
sayings.
For those of you listening to this episode, we're too late in the episode to do it now, but I want to hype you guys up because I have this awesome idea for next episode.
The one
And
that
so
we're going to record.
I think we're going to record it after we finish this, but my point is, if you're listening to this right now, please check out our next episode that goes up on Thursday.
Boom. Well, I'm glad because I thought this was your good idea.
No,
the
no,
speakers, and I was like, this isn't a great idea.
No, it's pretty shit idea.
Kind of hyped it up in your text.
Yeah, but anyways, Kyle, I don't really know what's going on. What have you been up to? Living at home in the quarantine. What's
My
been going
daily
on?
routine. Wake up late around, which I
How
hate
late
doing.
we talking?
Today was like 10.
Dude, that's bad.
I know. I'm normally someone that likes to get up around 8:30, just to feel productive.
Yeah.
I'm not a psycho. I'm gonna wake up at like 6 every day. I'm just not on that level.
I don't think that's psycho. Most of the world has to wake up at 6.
Having to wake up at 6 is fine. I can do that.
Oh,
it's
you're not
choosing to wake up at 6 to be more productive. I'm not on that level. I'll go 8.
But like you say psycho in like a bad way. Would you like to be able to be the guy who's like
Yeah.
up?
But I think those people are psychos because I don't know how they do it.
So psychos that
It's
you
just
wish
people
you
that-
could be.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like psychos like why the fuck do they do that? More
Yeah.
like
I mean, There are some people that like they're waking up at like 3.
It's like, dude,
But you don't need to do that.
dude, that's like middle of the night.
Like when Jimmy Butler just signed with the Heat and he's like working out at 3. It's like, you didn't need to do that.
And what I never understand is the people who I actually heard like a rap about this for some reason. A YouTube rapper made a rap about
That's gotta suck.
No, it's the guy. His name's Mac Lethal. Do you remember a long time ago? Yes, you do. You do. Not that name, but there was this video that went viral when YouTube was really early on called "White Guy Raps Fast at McDonald's" or "White Guy Raps at McDonald's."
Like, I want a cheeseburger. And
he was the first one to ever do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His name's Mac Lethal, and
right.
he's like he got like a couple million subs. So, anyways,
That's good because that's one of those people that I wonder what happened to them.
yeah, he's like a thing now.
Good.
But it's funny because now he's like 35 and he's like balding and like it's just funny because he's in the rap industry, but like he just doesn't really fit the vibe. Anyways, he made a rap or he had a bar about how like the people who wake up early always talk shit about the people that like wake up really late. But it's like when it comes down to it,
You're awake for the same amount of time, right?
well, yeah, as long as it's bad if you like go to sleep early and wake up at like noon because then it's like you slept for 12 hours, which is probably not the most productive way to live.
Bad for you too.
Yeah. And so he made a rap about how like, yeah, I wake up at noon, but I go to sleep at like 5 a.m. So it's like
someone
shit.
working an overnight shift, basically.
Yeah, like it really doesn't matter. And so whenever you hear, I don't know, there's so many of these like, fitness guys or like the Navy SEAL people. Like I get what they're saying when they're like, oh, you got to wake up at 5 if you want to be successful. It's like,
But that means you should probably go to bed at like 9.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't want to do that.
So you don't really have to wake up at 5. You could just work hard maybe in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I want to be up when most of the other people are up so I can interact with them and be a normal person.
Yeah. I'm a little bit different in the sense that like I'm the most productive early in the morning when my brain is still like I can edit the best when it's like 7 a.m. and I just woke up. I still haven't got to the like 5:30 cycle yet. I kind of want to get there, but
Interesting.
7 a.m. feels pretty good for me. Like, I don't know.
It's a good time.
I like that number.
Okay. So do you set an alarm for 7 or you just wake up at 7?
No, my body just kind of wakes up, which is really nice. Bro, in high school, did you ever get to a point where you would wake up on the minute that you without an alarm?
It sucked.
It's crazy.
It was awful.
How did our bodies do that?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know how we got through high school, dude.
Yeah. Took 6 classes and like played sports and had friends.
And shit ton of homework.
Yeah, we had so much homework at our high school.
We've talked about this before, but like we're literally not trying to flex because neither of us are like big into school anyway. So we're not trying to like
it did anything for us.
Yeah, it's not like it mattered. But the high school we went to is literally on the national ranking of like the most prestigious public high schools in the country. Something like that, right?
And I fucking hated it.
Yeah, it was like people move here to go to this high school because it's like treated like a really intense school, but it's public.
Mm-hmm.
And bro,
it was too much.
it was so much harder than my college.
Yeah, same.
So much harder. And so, bro, our classes started at what, 7:25?
Yeah, I mean, we had like a regular hour like amount of school. It was just the homework we got and the work we were doing in school was just insane.
And it just started way earlier.
We started at like 7:25.
7:25. In Texas, I think all the high schools start at like 9.
Yeah, but they also get out later. We get out at like 2:16 or something.
Yeah,
I liked that better.
I liked that. Yeah, because imagine going in Texas, you get out at like 5, let's say, and then you have basketball from like 5:30 to 7:30.
Exactly.
And then you get home, you shower. You're not even starting homework till like 8:30 or 9.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, especially in Washington, I don't want to go to school when it's dark and leave when it's dark. So at least if we're getting out at 2, it's like almost dark.
Dude, in the shortest time of the year,
Sucks.
That's the worst feeling when you walk out of class, you're about to go home and you look up and it's like the sun is already setting.
Yeah, dude, I used to go to work while the sun was setting and then work and it would be dark. It sucked.
That's extremely depressing.
It was.
Yeah, man, it's been sunny during the quarantine. I've been feeling it sucks. Like
it's going to rain the entire next week.
Yeah. But the last week we've had has been one of the nicest weeks in a long time. Also, this whole social distancing thing. We talked about it a couple episodes ago. Important thing. I get it.
We're distancing ourselves.
Yeah, we're like, well, not 6 feet apart, but we're like 4 feet maybe. So they say to like stay away from groups, but you can still go on walks and shit. And in Washington, a big thing people like to do is go on hikes.
Mm-hmm.
So the other day, one of my friends went on a hike, and I was like, "Oh, how was the hike?" And she was like, "Oh, it was good. There was like hundreds and hundreds of people there."
Kind of
like,
reverse
guys, this is exactly what we're trying to avoid here.
Overpopulating.
And then it's like a lot of the people that go on these hikes are the people talking shit to people for like going to bars. It's like
There's more people on this hike.
there's more people on the hike than there are in a bar.
Yeah, but at least on the hike, you're not walking in a big group and like being drunk and like spitting on people, you know?
Yeah, but from the way they described it, it was like the most crowded it had ever been on this hike, which means there was definitely some groups of people.
You just hold your breath when you walk by.
That's true.
That's what I was doing at work. I walk in the steam room, I'd hold my breath.
Do you think it actually like makes a difference?
No, but I just didn't want to know the fact that I was breathing in so much grossness.
Yeah, if someone
Even anytime
farts,
I
will you
walk
hold
in
your
it.
breath?
It depends how bad. I usually try to walk away. If I'm stuck in the room, yeah, hold my breath for a little bit, maybe breathe out of my mouth.
Yeah. Oh, really random, but I wanted to ask you this a while ago when I was talking about one of my dreams. When you get scared, or like when you think that someone is trying to scare you or prank you, like you walk into a house and it like you get a weird vibe.
Yeah, you think someone's around the corner.
What is your reaction? How do you handle situations like that?
I feel like I tense up. I kind of start like squeezing everything.
But are you like, how do you go about it? Will you be like, guys, and then slowly walk forward?
Yeah, probably. If I think someone's behind the door, I'll kick the doors in case it hits them. I'll start kicking the curtains a little bit. Like we had that situation when we thought Jordan was in our studio behind the curtains next to us, and he wasn't. But I walked up and I thought I saw his shoes, and I kicked the curtain, and it wasn't him.
Yeah. But
I was like afraid. I was like slowly walking up.
Yeah, no, and that actually is what made me spark this idea and write it down, because so there's like quite a few different types of people. There's people like you who are like cautious, but you're moving. But then there's me who I just didn't move. I just stand because I know that if I don't move, I have a view of everything in front of me, and they can't hurt me if I don't move. You know?
Yeah, that's good. But there's also, I feel like a good one might be like an aggressive one where it's just like you run in, you start like hitting shit, and
you
like
catch them off guard.
Yeah, you scare them.
yeah, because if
you be the aggressor.
If someone's hiding behind a wall and they hear you open the door, but then all of a sudden you sprint past them, they're
gonna be like, oh damn, I missed my shot.
Yeah. So I was just thinking of all the different possibilities. One of them, even to take that to a new extreme, was like, I don't know
shotgun.
why, but I was laughing to myself thinking about this. But like, if you walk into your house and you can sense something's off, and you're just like, all right, fuck you guys, and you just close the door and you just sit outside your house, because then they're just gonna be waiting for you. And they're going to wait for it to happen.
Yeah, but what if it's a situation like Jordan again where he wasn't actually in here and then you're just sitting outside for no reason? You know what the classic like sibling move is hey, dinner's ready if one of them's downstairs or in a different room. Or person comes running around, you scare them before dinner.
Can't say
so
I've
many
ever done that.
You never like scared your sister?
No, I did, but I that's a good one. I never really thought of the whole dinner's ready thing.
Yeah, that was dinner would be ready. I would be downstairs with my mom, and she'd be like, Kyle, dinner's ready. And I'd be like, Karina, dinner's ready. And then she'd come down, and there's one little, I don't know, the way my house was, there's a hallway you walk down, and then there's just an easy thing to hide right behind. And I would just be right behind that. But then we got to the point where like, we knew someone was going to do it if we didn't hear the other person walking around.
Okay.
So it kind of just defeated the purpose.
Yeah. Oh, I have a super random memory. I have no memories, not a single one, of ever scaring my sister. Just kind of sad.
Lame.
But like I was like really little, but you know, people call shoes sneakers in some parts of the world.
Yeah.
Some parts of the country. We don't really call them sneakers here.
Call them shoes.
But for whatever reason, when I was I think I was in preschool or first grade, I got this certain pair of shoes. And when my parents gave them to me, they were like, oh, we got you some sneakers. And for whatever reason, I thought that to be sneakers, it had to be a certain style of a shoe. Like for example, they weren't Converse, but let's just say they were Converse.
Okay.
In my head, it was like, this is a sneaker.
Okay.
because of like the style of shoe is a sneaker.
It's more like fancy almost.
Yeah, like I thought in my head that this was a sneaker, but all my other shoes aren't sneakers.
All right.
Which isn't how it works, but
Okay.
So they gave me these new sneakers and I put them on and the next morning, like I thought that because they're sneakers that meant that they're like sneaky. They're like quiet. I thought the whole branding was that they're quieter.
Okay.
And so my mom was downstairs. This was like as I was getting ready for school. My mom was downstairs and she was like, I don't know, like doing something in the kitchen. And like,
you tried to sneak down?
Yeah, I tried to sneak down and I snuck up behind her and I was like, boo. And I like scared her and she was like, oh my God. And to this day, I don't know if I actually sneaked up on her and scared her.
Oh, or she's just like, oh, he's trying.
Like, yeah, so I'm going to go with it. But like as a kid, it felt so cool knowing that I had got sneakers and I had been sneaky in my sneakers doing what they were designed to do.
Wow. And then you got older and you're like, wait.
Well, anyways, guys, I don't really know what time we're at right now, but I think we're going to hop into the segments now.
Okay.
Because Kyle and I have to record a second episode right after this before we get locked into our houses. So
potentially locked.
Yeah. Kyle.
Yeah.
Who's your A this week?
Cuba.
Okay.
So I saw this thing on Twitter that Cuban doctors, I couldn't think of the word doctor for a second. Cuban doctors just flew into Italy to like help all the people that are dealing with the coronavirus. And in my head, I was like, damn, Cuba?
Yeah, Cuba hasn't had a lot of good things in their past.
That made me happy. It's like the world's coming together. Like we're kind of getting rid of our issues and we're just trying to beat this thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Couldn't you used to not even be able to go to Cuba?
Yeah, they were communist.
That was only like,
I don't know if it's still that way.
That was only
or
like
not.
less than 10 years ago when you couldn't go to Cuba, right?
Yeah, I want to say like Obama opened it up. I don't know if it's still open though. It might be closed again.
Oh, but yeah, man, although the situation sucks, it really has shown how much like the world needs each other and we're all the same
or doesn't need each other because we're spreading it to each other.
Well,
in terms of like stay away from each other but continue to help and show support.
Yeah, man.
Like every single night my sister sends me a snapshot of like the whole street that she's on. They all are clapping. Yeah. Just like one, supporting each other, like, hey, we're all in this together. Two, it's like clapping for like showing respect to the police officers that are still out there, like doctors, first responders, all those people.
Yeah. So. No, it's awesome. I wish they had streets like that in the States. Like I feel like
they do.
Where apartment buildings are like right across from each other and you can like talk to them.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's not as common.
Not in Sammamish.
No, but even like I don't know if I've ever seen those in the States. I see these videos of like Italy or whatever and I'm like just the way that the infrastructure is built, I feel like it's not like that in the States.
I think maybe more downtown areas there are, but maybe it's not as common. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But
I don't know. That'd be so cool. Like if you had a friend across the street and you can just like open your window and be like, hey, Bill. He's like, what? I'm playing Madden.
Get on Xbox.
It's like, all right. That'd be dope. All right. Shout out to Cuba. My A this week is underwater polo.
I saw that. That's cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I was watching it and I was just mesmerized. I can't believe that that's a real sport.
I feel like someone's got to pass out at some point.
And they're intense.
They're like fighting underwater. Yeah. What if you like are trying to go back up and some guy pulls you down?
Yeah. And maybe there's like a signal like in.
Like you go limp.
Well, then you're like, you don't know if they're going limp or if they're actually passed out limp.
Yeah, but all right.
But maybe, in paintball, you like put your hand up and you like walk off and you say, I'm out. If you're out, maybe in that you like give some facial gesture or something.
Could be. Know. Or they're just holding their breath for like 10 minutes playing underwater.
Yeah, some of those guys are insane. Yeah. But what I was wondering is what if you're kind of going for the ball and you're in like this fight and some other guy's elbow hit you in the temple, you get knocked out, then you're underwater knocked out.
I think they'd see that.
I know, but like people got to be pretty quick on their feet to like.
Yeah, but an underwater elbow would be way less painful. Like you'd have to do like severe underwater, like I don't know. It's not the same force.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if I fought someone underwater, I don't think it'd be that bad.
But you said you could drown a robot.
Yeah. Did I say that?
You did say you could drown a robot.
I could still drown a robot. Yeah, he'd be punching me, but it wouldn't hurt that bad.
Okay. All right. Kyle, who's your F this week?
One, partially me because I bought 2K18 it was only $7, but it doesn't work. So that's a bummer.
I mean, we could play like single player.
No, like I can't get into the game.
You can't play anything.
Yeah, it's just like I need an update or something, and I press A to continue, and it just won't continue. And I've re-downloaded it and deleted it a bunch of times.
Wow, you can't even play like the base game.
Yeah, and Luke can't do it either. So I think just 2K18 the servers might be down.
Dude,
I hope. I don't know if they're
blows.
permanent. I know. So it was always $7. At least it wasn't like I
you
bought
could
the whole
return
game.
It.
It was on it. It's whatever.
Eventually, you're one of those guys.
It's $7.
I know, but
if it were like
you're just one of
50,
those guys.
I would. Yeah.
No, I know. It's just there's different types of people.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys.
Okay,
I'm one of those guys.
My parents they crucify me. Like if I get something that it's like broken and I'm just like, oh, it's okay, I don't want to deal with it. They're like, no, like you gotta send it back. Like that's, and I'm like,
it's a generational thing.
It is. It's like I'd rather accept the $7 loss.
Opportunity cost. Like it's gonna probably cost me more money to like actively go out of my way to go, package it back up and send it back. It's $7.
That's true.
Okay, and then also I have just how everybody is going to look after this is done. I've seen people trying to give themselves haircuts at home. Some have been good, some have been poor, very poor. Yeah, dude. Everyone's going to be all white and pale. There's going to be significantly more like flabby people.
It's hard for you to get any more pale.
I know, dude. I'm one of these people. And everyone's going to have just like mangly hair and like everyone's going to look shitty when they get out of this.
I mean, look at your face right now.
Well, I'll shave that. This is
Yeah, wait. How are we supposed to get haircuts?
Yeah, we can't.
Wait, they're not open?
No.
Not even like a Great Clips? Or
nope. I don't think so, but no. I mean,
but they don't
we might get locked down completely tomorrow.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I don't
Yo,
think
wait. I need a haircut. I might have to go tonight before they're all closed down.
I think they're actually already closed down. You could try.
Oh,
I think
blows.
They're closed. Yeah, it sucks.
All right. Well, have you been working out at home at least?
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
It's a lot of push-ups.
This might be good for you, though. This might help you gain weight.
That's true. Less activity.
Yeah, you'll just be eating a lot, and then you'll be like thick boy.
That's true.
All right. Well, my F this week is Dick Pound.
Dick Pound?
Yep. You know who Dick Pound is?
I do know who Dick Pound is. I've heard that name.
So I saw on Twitter, Dick Pound was trending, and I was like,
he's trended a couple times.
I was like, this sounds quite
back.
interesting because I didn't know that was a person. I thought maybe dicks were pounding things or pounding some cocks, but it's actually a guy, and Dick Pound is the guy who officially announced that the Olympics have been postponed until 2021.
Oh, they really did that?
Yep, like a couple hours ago.
I mean, that's good because there were already some countries that said we're not going to participate.
Yeah, the U.S. swim team announced that they wouldn't compete.
Yeah, Canada said that too.
So it's definitely for the best.
I agree. I just love the Olympics. Summer Olympics is just my absolute favorite.
To you, does it feel like it's been a longer gap since the last Olympics than ever before?
No.
To me, it feels like it's been so long for some reason.
It's 4 years.
No,
Think
I
about
know.
4 years ago, you were
understand.
18, you were just graduating high school.
I understand what 4 years ago was.
All right.
I'm saying it felt longer than 4 years.
Time slows down for you. I think time
flies when you're having fun, so maybe I've been having just very little fun.
You need to have more fun. I've been having fun. It's been flying by. I remember the last Olympics. Rio, 2016.
Bro, the other day, I thought 10 years ago, we were 12. We were in 6th grade.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because, like, our friends graduating are in 16th grade.
Yeah. Wow.
Dude, 10 years ago, we were 12. 12 doesn't feel like that long ago.
I was just discovering my penis.
So that means in that same amount of time, we're going to be 32.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
Dude,
we're going to have kids, maybe.
What do you think you're going to be when you're 32? I want you to make a prediction now.
Of sexy podcaster.
Okay, so you'll be a sexy podcaster.
Yeah.
Will you have like any facial hair, or will you have given up? Just gone with the clean shaven, sexy, clean look.
Yeah. You know, I hope by then I can grow a beard, but we'll see.
Okay.
Some people can grow a beard over time, but I don't know. Judging by the color of it, it's gonna be a blonde beard. And that's gross.
But some people have blonde beards, but if it can fill in better.
Yeah.
But
I don't.
I actually think for you, they say that
you shave it down.
Well, Yeah, like to grow your hair, you have to grow it, then cut it, and then it'll grow more. Then you have to cut it.
I'm considering like buzzing it down so it comes in thicker.
Well, yeah. I guess what I was thinking is maybe it'll come in and learn to grow better, like after you, because this is the first time you've ever let it get this long.
Yeah.
So it might start growing better and better.
We'll see. One can only dream.
Yeah. Yeah. So my F is unfortunately the Olympics are postponed, and the guy that had to say it was Dick Pound. So I feel
fucking Dick Pound. He just took his dick out and just pounded all of us. Told us this is over.
Yeah. So
it's like his name's Richard Pound, and he just is deciding to go by Dick Pound, and I respect him so much for that.
Yeah, this one YouTuber I watched was also talking about Dick Pound today, and he said that he went to high school with a guy named Dick Smalls. Oh, well, his name was Richard Smalls, but people made fun of him and called him Dick Smalls.
His parents are such assholes.
Well, maybe at the time they didn't realize that Richard was Dick. But you gotta know that.
You know, there's a lot of people that are his parents' age named Dick.
That's true.
But maybe the Dick didn't mean like dick.
Yeah,
when did that start?
I don't know. We talked about this.
Have we?
Because we think the first person named
was a dick.
Yeah, the first there was a Richard who was a total dick.
Dick was a dick.
Wait.
He was an asshole. So
no, but
I don't know.
I'm confused because I don't know.
It's fine.
All right. Moving on, our last segment of the day here is movie time. So, once again, last week we had Cops. This week we have another TV show, and that is Mr. Robot.
Oh.
And my buddy Willig convinced me to watch it. Generally, for whatever reason, when like friends try and tell me to watch a show, I'm more hesitant than if I like find it on my own.
Yeah, that's true. You don't take my suggestions.
It's just I feel like I think I just had bad experiences where friends will tell me to watch something and then I do and then I don't like it.
You know what I didn't disappoint you on?
What?
Freaks and Geeks.
That's true. But I feel like recently you haven't tried to convince me to watch anything.
Yeah, I haven't listened or watched a lot of things that you haven't watched.
Yeah.
You've watched more things than I have.
But
that 70 show?
That's true. I could watch that. But Mr. Robot is on Amazon Prime. So if you guys have Amazon Prime, comes with it on Amazon Prime Video. But it's an Amazon original, and it has Rami Malek. Rami or Rami?
I think it's Remy.
Remy.
It's Remy.
It's no, it's not.
It's Remy.
It's Rami.
No,
Kyle, I'll bet you $1 million. I'll bet you every dollar in my bank account that it's Rami.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not betting you. But
Kyle, I know you're wrong.
What's his name? Remy.
Rami. God,
You're right.
You know when those times when I always argue with you about sports and you know you're right?
Okay, see, now you know how I feel because when you know you're right and someone doesn't believe you, it's infuriating.
But there's times when you're wrong though.
No, I'm never wrong.
Okay. Anyways, this show's called Mr. Robot. Basically, it's about this super genius computer hacker who's addicted to morphine, and he also
drug nerd.
Debatably has like schizophrenia and some like lots of psychological issues, but he's probably one of the smartest people on the planet. And it's about this whole plan that he develops. I don't want to give too much away, but it's kind of like a thriller drama action show, but it's really cool because he's an amazing actor. If you guys have seen him in like Bohemian Rhapsody or I really don't know what else he's in. He's in quite a few stuff now, but quite a few items, quite a few things. So it's amazing. I actually like kind of binged the whole first season, and I rarely like binge a whole season, but this show just really hooked me and it's really good. So check it out.
Okay.
And one more thing about it. It does a phenomenal job of showing you visually what it might be like for someone who has schizophrenia. Because I feel like as someone who doesn't have it, it's hard to really truly understand what would it feel like to have someone, you think someone's literally talking to you and following you. And
yeah, that would be creepy. And
so they do a super good job of like, obviously there's no way to prove that that's what it would be like, but it's really cool to watch and see like, wow, I could see how it could like really ruin your whole life.
I'm sure it would.
If someone's talking to you, telling you to do things and you think they're real and they're not.
Especially if they're bad.
Yeah.
If it's just like a nice guy, like, hey, what's up, Kyle? Like, imaginary friend kind of thing. That's cool. But yeah, if they're telling you like, kill him.
Yeah.
Like,
it would suck.
He's after you.
Yeah.
It sucks.
So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for listening. I think this episode is probably pretty long, maybe one of our longer ones.
We like it long here
to date. So, guys, we've really been grinding for you guys. One final thing that I think is really important and actually kind of was a really important thing for me. The other day I read this book. I started a 900-page book. It's not in that book. It's in the small little one that I read. My buddy Matt gave it to me. And there was a certain section about focus on the what, not the when. And the whole idea was that whatever you want to do, whatever dreams or goals you have, you can't set a time frame on it because life rarely happens when and how you expect it to. And so this guy dropped out of college to become like a rapper and a music producer. And when he dropped out, his mom made him sign a piece of paper that said, if in 1 year I haven't made money from this, like I'll go back to school. And he signed it, but he said in the book that he knew for a fact that wasn't going to happen. He didn't even care because...
Was it like a contractual obligation or was it just like...
No,
hey,
it was just like... it was just like a parent thing.
If my parent like wrote a contract out for me, it'd be like, you have to do this or I'm going to kill you. Or like,
oh, well, I mean, I hope your mom wouldn't kill you. But you never know.
If it's in the contract.
Yeah. But so he goes on to say that like he signed it, but he knew like that's not going to happen. It's going to take me like a lot of time. Long story short, it took him 11 projects, 11 albums in 7 years of just grinding and no money for 7 years. And from June 2014, he made $600 in a month from music. So that month he made $600, which obviously isn't a lot. And then June 2015, he made $100,000 off his music.
Damn, suck it, mom.
So I just thought it was like really important. It was an important reminder for me that like obviously our thing is this podcast, and we find this like our biggest passion. We've said that before, but we've only done it for a year, and like I know it's going to take a while, and I'm so grateful for the growth we've had so far, and we're growing every single month. We're about to break our downloads record this month.
Unless fucking coronavirus
stops
us in our path.
Something crazy happens. But yeah, we're on pace to beat it. So thank you guys, and just know that whatever you want to do, it's going to take a long fucking time.
Yeah. But unless you want to be something like shitty, like work at a grocery store, you can just do that now.
Oh. Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. There's new episodes every single Monday and Thursday. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at Pims Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're out there.
You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/Pims Podcast where you can pledge $5, $10, or $15 and you get a bunch of extra content. So if you like our show, be sure to check it out. But ultimately, the one thing we ask from you guys is just to watch the show, enjoy it, and tell your friends about it because word of mouth helps the most. So Thank you all so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Stay safe. There's sex offenders out there.